Another e4, e5 opening. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and bishop c5. Castling, knight f6. Both players all play like grandmasters so far. Knight c3, castling, d3, d6, bishop g5. Yes, so both players, as I said, have played like grandmasters. This is mainline theory, and everything is perfect so far. Even bishop g4 that you played now is a fine move, but from a practical point of view, because white's plan is to get knight d5 in and put a lot of pressure on that pinned knight on f6. So I would, and if you're an e4, e5 player, this will happen sometimes, especially, well, white has played really well so far. So the best, from a practical point of view, the best thing is to either play h6 straight away, so that he asks the bishop a question straight away, but the knight not on d5 yet. Or what I even like better, instead of making a pawn move, is bishop e6. Put the bishop there.
Yeah.
So you get a bit more control over the d5 square. I think that's what I said in my message. And if he takes, that's no big problem. Yes, we have doubled pawns, but at the same time we also have an extra central pawn, and he will not be able to jump into d5 anymore.
Oh, okay. So to counter it, move the bishop to e6.
Yeah, just practically, you make your life a bit easier that way. You won't get into the trouble with lots of pressure on that knight on f6, which is pinned. So I like bishop e6 from a practical point of view. That is a solid move, more solid than bishop g4. Even though bishop g4 is still playable, he played now knight d5, and indeed now we have a lot of pressure on that knight. And you can still, even here, you can still play bishop e6 back. Normally, I frown upon that when you make two moves in the opening with the same piece. But in this case, he's quite heavily attacking you already, so that might still be a good move here. Or otherwise, another good move here is knight d4, just to do the same to him, put pressure on his pinned knight. So that's all very playable. What is not playable is the move you played, because you now played h6, and it's a move too late, because he took with check. You have to recapture, and he won a pawn, and it's already uncomfortable. Your king is completely open, and this bishop is looking at your king, and if you're not careful, the queen will come into the attack as well. He's attacking your rook as well. You recognize that and played rook e8. Or sorry, you could have played rook e8 here, and the game goes on, even though white is already better. But you made matters worse by taking on f3 and inviting his queen into the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he took, and now it's too late. You still saved your rook, but it was made in two, like this. So sometimes things can go really, really quickly in chess. And yeah, you could, as I said, now that you've seen this attack happening with this bishop g5, with the threat of knight d5, putting a lot of pressure on this guy. Now you have seen that. Next time, hopefully you remember and you play a solid move like bishop e6, and nothing bad will happen to you anytime soon.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
Yeah, so just a quick game. Not too much more to talk about here. Any questions on this?
No.
Okay. Just looking here quickly if it has been played. Bishop e6 at grandmaster level. Oh yes, all the way back to 1861.
Wow.
Yeah, when they played this as well. Bishop e6. Yeah, it's just a solid move, But you have to fall for it first, and maybe another second or third or fourth time, and then you recognize, that knight d5 is actually a bit of a nasty move to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.